Hello everyone, today is going to be your first tutorial on HTML. If you already know what HTML is and the basic structure for this, then you do not want to watch this video because it will not be for you. So what we're going to do first is, I'll just close that, open up a fresh new untiled notepad, and then what you're going to do is start your HTML. So as I said before, if you already know what HTML is and the basic structure, then go on to another tutorial that is more advanced, because this will just be going over what HTML stands for and what the basic structure is and how it works. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, or HTML. Now, basically what that means is that it's going to be a literal language that just pretty much does little fine-tuning to things, although that name is a little misleading. Hypertext actually means a literal. It just means literal. It's exactly what you see, so what you see is what you get. But with HTML, some things are not what you get when you look at how it looks. Otherwise, making a web page would be much simpler, wouldn't it? So to start your structure, you're going to do something like, you're going to start out with a left arrow like that, and then you're going to type HTML, and then a right arrow. Then press enter, tab, and then left arrow, head, right arrow, enter, 2 presses of the tab button, then left arrow, title, right arrow. Then you're going to type in what you want your title to be of your web page. We will say, this is my first web page, and then closing title. And what I meant by closing title is this little slash mark right there. So what we've been typing are opening tags. So as you see, it's just a left arrow, whatever the tag is called, and then a right arrow. So we have a few of these. We have the HTML opening, the head opening, and the title opening. So what the HTML opening one does is it tells the computer, or the web browser, I guess, it says everything that comes after this is in HTML. Then the head tag says everything after this is in the head, which means that it's not shown to the user. The head is never shown to the user, and that's the nice thing about it. The title says this is what I want to be at the very top. So the title is actually the exception within the head tag, because this is shown to the user. It's at the very top of the tab. And then the closing title basically says, okay, everything between this and the opening tag of title is the title. Everything after this is something else. And the reason that we're structuring it like this, because if you do know how to look at a page source, which I will show in in tutorial 2 of HTML, you'll see that they actually keep everything on the same line and just draw it on and on for a very long time. Come down to the second line and keep going. But the reason I'm doing it like this is so that it's more structured for you and you can see how everything works, because everything in HTML is a hierarchy, with HTML being at the very top and everything being dependent on that. So after you've done your slash title, you're going to go down, press tab again, left arrow, slash head to close the head. So now everything between the closing and opening is in the head. You're going to press enter again, tab, left arrow, body, right arrow, enter, tab, left arrow, slash body, right arrow, enter, and then left arrow, slash HTML, right arrow. So here's what we have. We have the HTML opening tag that says everything in between this and the closing tag is HTML. We have the head saying everything between here, it belongs in the head category and shall not be shown other than the few exceptions. And then the body tag, which says everything in between here will be visible except for a few small details. And then we have the HTML closing tag, which says, okay, this is the end of HTML, and everything after this is not HTML. So if we save this, we're going to go to our desktop, click where it says save as type, and go to all files. Then in file name we're going to use whatever we want to call it. I'll name mine YouTube, but you have to make sure that you end it with the period HTML extension, or you can name it whatever and then .htm. HTM. For now, use HTML to avoid confusion. Press enter and save that, close that, and here is the HTML file. Now as you see here, this is the Chrome icon, and the reason for that is that my default browser is Google Chrome. If it was Internet Explorer, you would see the Internet Explorer symbol. If it was Mozilla Firefox, that's what would appear. So you double click on here and it's going to open it with whatever your default web browser is. And as you see here, it shows where it's located, and then right here on the top it says this is my first web page. Now that's what we put in our code. Amazing, isn't it? Now actually, instead of going into tutorial 2 to show you how to view a web source, I'll just show you now. Just right click and go to page source, and this will then show you HTML, head, title, this is my first web page, closing, and everything else that we put. Unique, isn't it? It's very nice, and it makes things just much easier for you. And now we just close that. And if you want to edit your HTML, all you have to do is right click and go down to where it says edit or open with, and then, even though you can't see this on the screen right now, go down to Notepad and open that. And now we have our basic structure. If you guys have any questions about this, put your question in the comment section below. If you have any comments, put that in the comment section below, along with recommendations. You may also PM me if you have any questions or recommendations, or just things that you would want to see in the future. And like the video if you liked it, and subscribe for future videos. Also, quick side note, save this as a preset for later on. That way you'll be able to have this whenever you need it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll be seeing you later.